America. But first, whether you're seeking a photographer, a promoter, interactive dancers, or a fully planned event, then my next guest can make it all happen. Please welcome Trevor Gordon to the show. Trevor is the owner and founder of TEG Entertainment.
Hello.
Trevor, welcome.
Thank you.
Trevor, your company's talent has appeared on television shows like Rogers Daytime, CFMT Polish Television, City TV, Pulse 24. The list goes on and on.
Yes.
Tell me about your company. It's fascinating.
Well, it started when I was working in a clothing store, just as a salesperson, and I was basically in charge of just coming up with ideas of bringing attention to the store. So I used to dance on a program called Electric Circus. So I would grab some of my friends from EC and say, "Hey, why don't we dance in the window of the store and create some attention?" And I noticed that it really brought attention to it. So I'm thinking, I know.
So how long did you dance?
Oh, on Electric Circus?
The whole day? No, in the store.
Oh, in the store it was like a couple hours,
okay.
Off and on, and then it was a great way of bringing people into the store because we were wearing the clothes from the store, and it was a good way of kind of bringing attention that way. And then I started to see, okay, this could work, and maybe we can take this a step further, and because I know the right contacts, so I'm thinking, hey, why don't we start a company from this? And that's where I took it to the next level.
Excellent. So TEG was founded in the summer of 1999.
Correct.
How are you doing?
It's fun and it's stress, but it's great. I love it. It's like I love it as much as I hate it, but I love it. You meet a lot of people, and I'm doing it because I enjoy it. So
what kind of events do you do? What is your main area of focus? What's your mission?
We do events such as hair shows. We do the biggest hair show in Canada once a year, the ABA show, which is at the Metro Toronto Convention Centre, and I provide models and talent for that, like to get their hair cut. We provide promotions in nightclubs. We do so many things. We do fashion shows, things like that, promotions.
Okay, so how does your business work? Because I'm just looking at your client list. You've got Eaton's, you've got the Bay, as you mentioned, nightclubs. You've got the government nightclub, Fluid, Meow, Port Credit, Tonic. How does your business work?
Well, I've met a lot of contacts, and basically we're like a middle person.
Okay.
So, like for example, like Eaton's, you brought up Eaton's or the Bay. Mm-hmm. The Bay, they'll put on fashion shows, or they'll put on gala events, working with the different makeup companies or things like that. And what they would do is they say, okay, well, we need some of your models. Right. So, we were like the middle person. We provided them with models. We provided them with DJs, and we just handled everything for them. And they put on a polished event, and we're kind of like behind the scenes. So we don't necessarily get the credit for it. We don't necessarily want that, but we provide them with everything they need. Excellent.
Where do you see this going, Trevor? How do you envisage the future as being?
That's a very good question. Really big, hopefully. Right now, the first step is we're trying to expand out of the Mississauga, Toronto area. Like I feel we've hopefully mastered that area, but we want to branch off to maybe, I'm looking to talk to someone actually from the Ottawa area to branch off to Ottawa, and if that works out, obviously then we'll take it into the States. But right now, build as many contacts in the Mississauga, Toronto area, and set up long-term events, not just one event here, one event there, because to be honest, you don't necessarily make money that way. You need to kind of set up maybe long-term events.
Tell me about your meeting with the mayor.
Hazel, wow, that was a great opportunity. The Mississauga Waterfront Festival, we were the opening act for a group called Miss McMaster and James and Widemouth Mason. So we were just about to go on stage, and she was walking, doing her rounds, meeting everybody, and I was like, oh wow, we got to go say hi to her and maybe get a photo.
Yeah. And you said, Hazel, come here, let me take a picture with you.
Something to that effect, to tell you the truth, and I was like, that's a great photo. So I'm like, should we bother her? Will she, will she like, I don't know, whatever. So then we went up to her, and she was like really friendly, really friendly. Oh, what's your name? And she actually remembered it when I saw her like another time, and I was like, wow, I felt really flattered about that. And she asked me about the company and what we were exactly doing at the Waterfront Festival, and she just said keep going, and she gave me some advice, and I was like, thank you.
Excellent. Well, we just taken a look at a few pictures of your group performing.
Okay.
How does that all come together, Trevor? How long does it take with the preparation, or is it just like Bill call you up and say, okay, we need a few dancers?
Well, we have constant rehearsals, not necessarily depending on the event or anything. We have like rehearsing for our choreographed dancers, plus we have go dancers, depending on exactly what the event entails, but we kind of do rehearsing regardless of what's coming up. And if an event's coming up, we kind of find out how many minutes we have to play with, and then we'll provide the talent for the event.
And you're having trouble now coming up with a talent pool, aren't you?
Yes.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking right now, like we're expanding. I'm glad you asked me this question. You know, we're looking for dancers. We're looking for choreographed dancers, go dancers. We're looking for models. We're looking for people that are willing to cut their hair for the hair shows. We're looking for salespeople because, I mean, sure, I know my company more than probably everybody, but I need people to kind of get out there and get us events lining up for our go dancers that are saying, hey, you know what, we want to work. So we need salespeople to go around to all the different locations and sell our company. We need promotional models. We need, the list goes on. We need talent scouts because I forgot to mention we cast for a lot of the music videos that are shot in the Mississauga, Toronto area.
Very nice.
A lot of the movies, like you know, extras and things like that.
Hollywood is actually coming up here. We're the new Hollywood North.
Yes, so we're affiliated with a lot of talent agencies in the Toronto area. So we're always looking for talent scouts to kind of go around and find us those extras and things like that. Because I can't be everywhere.
What's the process like then? How do they get in touch with you? What do they need to like send off to you?
They need to go to our website, www.tegentertainment.com. There's a jobs page. You just click jobs and name, photo, or name, address, skills. I don't want to just, like, no offense, I don't want to just want pretty faces or anything like that. I want people to actually have a background in this. You know what I mean? Yes, the brains should always be there more than that, you know.
Right.
And yeah, I need that. And if anything, to call our hotline 416-895-1111. And that's about it. Like, but yeah, sorry.
Good stuff. Trevor, are you finding it very hard to like expand, you know, on your activities here in Canada? Do you think it would have made very much of a difference if say, you were in the States? Do you find it hard?
I think, honestly, I find the opposite. I think it's easier because it's more friendly competition here, whereas, like, I have friends in the States that tell me how it is there, whereas a lot of my friends that kind of are doing the same thing, we're kind of having friendly competition, or we tend to even use the same rosters or things like that. So a lot of my competitors are my friends. So like, to me, like doing it in Canada is, I think, better. You know what I mean? So if I can master it here, then going to the States, that's going to be the trickier part because I won't know necessarily as many people there.
Right. And there's too much competition south of the border, and we need talent pools like yours right here in Canada.
Hopefully, I want to stay here. Like, you know, if I can, you know, succeed here, there's no point in going to like the States. You know.
Yeah. Sounds good. Well, Trevor, I thank you very much for coming on the show.
You.
Best of luck with everything that you're doing.
Thank you very much.
And I hope to have you soon on again to promote another event, perhaps.
Not a problem. I'd love to.
Thank you, Trevor.
Thank you.
Well, we take a short break now, but when we come back, we'll be joined by a founder of Health Outreach, a group of dedicated healthcare providers who work on a number of charity projects in South America. Stay with us.